Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. Just a quick little video for you today, and what we're going to be doing is taking a look at some landing gear for the DJI Mavic 3. We're going to talk about whether you need a set. After all, there are many different ways to take off from locations where the ground is not ideal, such as a landing pad, or even hand launching and hand catching. Now the purpose of landing gear like this is to raise the drone up off the ground. Some drones, such as the Mini 2 or even the Air 2S, they sit fairly low to the ground. On the Mini 2 especially, your camera is only sitting maybe half a centimeter or less off the ground, and during gimbal calibration that can be an issue. Not to mention if you're taking off from wet surfaces or grass or gravel, all that debris can get caught up in the motors. Now with the Mavic 3 here, it's a little bit different because the drone actually sits fairly high off the ground compared to some of the other DJI models. When the Mavic 3 is sitting on a level surface, the camera is about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches off the ground already, so it does sit up fairly high. Now this particular set here that I have is from Sunny Life. They make a lot of drone accessories, and I must say, of all the different landing gears that I have featured on my channel over the years, I think I like this one the best. It's just nice and robust, and it pops on and off very easily. Now one downfall to this particular set is that you do have to put it on and remove it every time you use the drone. When this is installed, you can no longer fold the drone. Installation is very easy. We have these hooks here at the top. They just clip over the front, and then it just presses down until you hear a click. When it comes time to remove it, you can see we have two tabs here, one on each side, and all you do is you pull them up, and you can see it comes right off. Once you have it installed, you can fold the legs out, and you can see they click into place. So just like that, it's now installed and we're ready to go. Now they sell this landing gear in two different variants. The first one is this one here, which has the orange feet, which I actually like. I think it looks kind of nice. Or they have an all gray version as well, if that's something you prefer. Now I've flown this drone a couple times with the landing gear installed, and I didn't notice any performance issues. One thing you do have to keep in mind anytime you attach anything to a drone, whether it be landing gear, propeller guards, additional cameras, things like wind can affect the performance. Now it's not anything that's going to crash your drone, but it is something definitely to keep in mind. Now going back to the different methods of launching a drone if the ground is not ideal, hand catching and hand launching is a good option. The only thing is that not everybody feels comfortable doing it, and in reality it can be a little bit dangerous. The Mavic 3 especially, this is one drone at the beginning when it was first launched that I would not hand launch or hand catch, just because that first month before some of the firmware updates, it was very erratic the way it moved. Especially when you're bringing it down trying to catch it, the thing would jump around because of the obstacle avoidance, and I didn't really feel too safe trying to grab it out of the air. Now that's no longer an issue because that was corrected with a firmware update. But the thing with drones is sometimes they don't always behave the way they should. For example, quite often when I'm launching my Mini 2, I just hand launch it and hand catch it. The thing is pretty light and small, and it's not as intimidating as a larger drone when trying to launch it. I've launched that thing by hand a couple hundred times at least, and I've never had a single problem. Now, however, last summer I was launching it, and for whatever reason, it decided that it was going to fly directly at my face. You can see in this clip here, I let go and it just kind of goes forward and off to the side. It's hard to say there, but I would say it was probably 1 inch away from my face. Now the Mini 2 is a small drone, and those propellers maybe perhaps would not do as much damage as something like the Mavic 3 here, but your eyes are very sensitive. Those propellers hitting an eye would probably do permanent damage, and you'd probably be blinded. So as mentioned, hand launching and hand catching can be a little risky. Drones don't always behave the way they should, and that's why a lot of people prefer to use something like landing gear or landing pad. So yeah folks, just a quick look at the Sunny Life landing gear set for the DJI Mavic 3. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. It's always greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check out the recently launched members area, where we'll be uploading members only videos and members only community posts, and of course a few other perks. Members have already got a sneak peek of my YouTube studio makeover. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.